city dependent. I gotta finish it. I want opinions, she wanted things, she want a ring and some sort of arrangement, something that's dangerous. I wanna change it, I wanna claim it, I want it painted. She quick to say no cause she know she a diamond. She getting quiet, she on the diet, she want a massage, trying to get intimate. Bank account never diminishing, there's a change in their images, Niggas act hard but they innocent. Hop in the tank and move militant, yeah. Find me somewhere out in London, you know that's the hideaway. I need some more support from you right away. Since I've been making donations to you like United Way. Stories you told me about him, I can see that it's night and day. Told me the truth. Walking from here to my bedroom and feel like it's miles away. Too many rooms. And I'm still hard body, I don't feel nobody. And I'm with somebody on my friendship solid. I get big deposits on my website exotic. Trunk on the engine, I'm on a mission. The price goes to 50, I'm out your division. I got them excited, know it's been a little minute. I left her delighted, made I love her chrome. These suckers despite it, the touch is the Midas. She said, might just do it like Level but Nike. Ordered a ginger for you and your friends. Trophy, you running that big body Benz. Got 11 black came up from nothing. We shopping in London and doing it big. Man, it proper, but we out of public. I know we the topic for you and your kids. Last Monopoly gon' blow, not an option. If they could've stopped it, it would've been dead. They would've been dead. She could be the wig. Don't play with my hands, you test my emotions. Don't be testing my phone every day, I'ma leave it on read. I'm digging and stroking. We're like an ocean, I need them to spread. The solid one chosen. I'm gon' wanna stay focused, I can't let them put me on edge. Yeah, put me on edge. I just bust on my wrist and this rose go in and say, yeah. I just put one of them. I just counted to me and all cash and got help from the feds. Yeah, I just told them if we played, then we stopped in the growth for their dreads. I just had to put the pyramid, push that I'm never gonna drive them to shit. Build a panoramic doors, we got foes and things toast. Son of big dog on my coast, black man is with the scopes. I ain't telling this my goals. Gotta living at the Montreux. I'm a peep but a player, not pro. Yeah, I've been thinking about selling my soul. Take me out of the country and drop me in an apartment. She wants me to cry. I just put macaroni cheese in my pocket and it came with the size. I just put 20 mil inside an extra. I don't give a f about your life. You had a buzz, but it was too little. I promise you never was hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alumni Field on the campus of Salem State University for today's matchup between the MCLA Trailblazers and your Vikings of Salem State. First, today's starting lineups for the Trailblazers. Number 1, Sam Edge. Number 2, Gabriel DeMello. Number 3, Tyler Cutting. Number 4, David Germino. Number 7, Gabe Diaz. Number 10, Colin Rousseau. Number 11, Cola Bean. Number 13, Junior Florent. Number 15, Marto Buenga. Number 23, Jalen Cunningham. Number 28, Max Whalen. The Trailblazers are coached by Mr. Adam Hildebrand. Now, the starting lineups for your Vikings of Salem State. A freshman from Drake, Mass, number 2, Cam Downer. A senior from Lowell, Mass, number 6, Damon DiClantangelo. A senior from Lowell, Mass, number 7, João D'Souza. A senior from Peabody, Mass, number 8, Lucas Amaral. A senior from Lima, Peru, number 10, Fabrico Torres. A sophomore from Quincy, Mass, number 11, Aaron O'Toole. A senior from Newburyport, Mass, number 13, Patrick Folletti. A junior from Lowell, Mass, number 14, George Zulita. A junior from Dartmouth, Mass, number 19, Dylan Senra. A freshman from Medford, Mass, number 22, Kendi Prince. A junior from Milford, New Hampshire, number 26, Matt Huntsman. The Vikings are coached by Mr. Matt Correa. At this time, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jess Burton. Welcome to Alumni Field on the campus of Salem State University for what should be a great men's soccer game today between the visiting MCLA Trailblazers and the Salem State Vikings, who come into the game in first place in the MASCAC Conference with a perfect 5-0 record. 9-6 overall are the Vikings under Matt Correa in his 5th season as head coach. For MCLA, the head coach is Adam Hildebrand in his 14th season leading the Trailblazers. Today in net, it will be Sam Edge for Mass College of Liberal Arts, getting his 11th start of the year. And in net for the Vikings, it'll be Matty Hansman, the 6'1 junior from Milford. It will be his 10th start of the season. Edge is also a junior, originally from Williamstown, Mass. Rest of the starters for the Blazers as they set the ball up and are ready to get us underway. 55 degrees and absolutely pristine sunshine weather here in Salem at kickoff. Rest of the starters for MCLA as we get underway is Gabriel DeMello, Tyler Cotton, David Jamina, Gabe Diaz, Colin Rousseau, Cola Bean, Junior Florent, Mardo Buanga, Jalen Cunningham, and Max Whalen. And that rolls off the chest of Aaron O'Toole. Quick play right off the bat here along the far sideline between O'Toole and Florent. Shot back upfield. This is Kendi Prince, the phenomenal freshman for the Vikings, leads the conference with 17 goals scored. Just absolutely a ridiculous number. "17 goals in 15 games. Just a freshman. He has such a bright future ahead, and we are so lucky to have him here in Salem State. Hope he sticks around for all 4 years, because people are going to notice him if they have not already. Second leading goal scorer is Aaron O'Toole with just 3 goals. So Kendi does a lot of the scoring himself. 17, and then the next guy just with 3. Really pretty incredible. So the rest of the starters, Cam Downer, that's Dylan Senra over there on the back line. He's joined by Faletti Zuleta. We have Torres, the forward, and with captains Lucas Amaral, João de Souza, and Damon Diocleciano. We have a throw-in from midfield right underneath the camera here. Things may look a little bit different this afternoon is because we are now using our huddle camera. Diocleciano has a free kick. 2.5 minutes in, Damon gives it a ride. But the elbow of the box, and D'Souza comes flying in and airmails one out of bounds. Second to last game of the regular season for the Vikings, who hope to be the #1 seed when things end, but they are with points tied for first place with Framingham State, both teams with 15 points. One 0 win for the Vikings against Framingham State back on October 2nd, right here on their home turf. So they have the tiebreaker. Whistle called there against Junior Florent. Unhappy with it. This will be Amaral with the shot from the far side of the field in front of the bench, and headed down. Kept in by Florent. back at midfield. Trapped by Cola Bean. What a great name, Cola Bean. He is the leading goal scorer for the Trailblazers this season. He would be our player to watch this afternoon for the visitors. Prince leaves it back to him. He shoots. Save made. Edge makes a nice play on the ball. Tracked it well off the foot of the freshman Prince. Deep goal kick goes to Cola Bean. Goes his way. Trailblazers break through and they just miss over the crossbar. Diaz missed by about 6 inches. All of a sudden, off the goal kick, the Blazers doing just that, blazing a trail downfield and attacking Huntsman a little over 5 minutes into the game. Both teams exchange shots, back-to-back possessions. Here's Downer. Comes near side with Torres. Prince double teamed. Jamina gets held. Near sideline, Diaz has it knocked away. Bean with 5 goals on the season, putting the pressure on the defense. Good tackle by Zuleta. Wins the ball. Pass from Torres, midfield, through the center circle. Prince. Eyes are up. Short pass for Downer. Kicked back to Senra. Good flip into the middle. Off Prince's head. Off Cunnin with Torres and Downer. Amaral puts the moves on, deflects off the back, off of Cotton. Wide left of the goal. The deflection almost helped him score. We'll have a corner kick. It'll be Senra to take it. He's got Downer at the far post. Downer looking to distract Torres. Ball was intended for Fabricio. It ended up being played by MCLA initially and then out towards the sideline, out of bounds in front of the bench. Folletti sends it upfield, a good ball. Trying to give Prince a run at it. He's cut off. Back with Folletti. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. With D'Souza, a lot of time to decide. Oh, nice. Good give and go between Torres and Diocleciano. Over to Downer. Pass across the box. Prince just outside the box. He shoots. Edge saves it. Way to move it. Way to move it. making the keeper Sam Edge work here in the first opening minutes. Played about 9.
Good job, Cam.
Cunningham leaves it for Whalen. He carries it. Rousseau goes down. O'Toole looked like he gave him a little nudge from behind, but not enough to draw a whistle. Aaron has the ball now.
Keep coming. Nice. Push it. Carry.
With Torres. Sharp passing from the Vikings here early.
Attaboy,
Ball took
Cam.
some weird spin.
Forward.
Ends up with Downer. He settles. Looks to put the move on. Centering pass. Denied.
Time, Lucas.
Diocleciano keeps it in. MCLA wanted out of bounds call. Centering pass is headed back out again.
Forward, Schwab. Oh,
D'Souza sends it through.
that's a good effort,
And
Schwab.
Edge grabs the roller.
Good job, Salem. There you go, D. Nice, D.
Ends up off the head of Diocleciano, out of bounds.
Nice. Switch it.
Out of bounds in front of the Vikings bench.
Push up wide. Push
MCLA
up.
bench very happy about that.
That's it. Good job. Turn. Good job, George.
Working that far sideline. O'Toole steps through, changes direction. A really nice move on the defender. Another nice move. This time gets by Rousseau. Ball goes into the box. And caught in there again. Cotton's been strong here in the first half defensively for the Trailblazers.
Good job, Faletti.
Valetti steps in from the defensive position with Prince. O'Toole to his left, looks to flip it through the box. It's popped up
Good job, Salem.
and caught by Edge.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Hold. He's going to put it down again. Hold. Don't go back. Get shorter and shorter.
Good ball from the keeper. Skims off the head of Amaral. Luckily, the defense was there for the Vikings, paying attention, because not sure that was Amaral's plan there.
Nice. Give it again. Switch it.
Vikings are 5-2 at home this season. Cunningham over to Diaz. And Zuleta, hard tackle from behind. Yellow card called against Cunningham. Show good sportsmanship and get Zuleta back to his feet. First card of the game. MCLA a better team away from home this season. Just 1-6-1 at home and 3-2 on the road. Have come into the game losing 2 straight. Have the Trailblazers.
Go forward, George.
Dropped their last game 1-0 to Keene State. And 3-2 to Fitchburg before that. Opposite story, same score for the Vikings against Fitchburg a couple weeks back. 3-2 win in a road game. In unusual fashion, Vikings shut out by Wheaton in their last game, 3-0. 2 straight road games for the Vikings before this home game here this afternoon. And they'll finish the season at home against Westfield State next Saturday. Hoping to be the #1 seed when conference tournament play begins.
Go, give it to him.
Torres to Diocleciano, needed to lead him a little bit further up the field there to make that play happen. Intended for Bean there, couldn't get it as D'Souza stood his ground, stepping in towards Prince at midfield. Defense drives him backwards. Prince through to Downer. Good tackle there by Cotter. Caught in, nice timing. Prince putting the moves on, trying to beat Cunningham, leaves it for O'Toole in the corner. Nobody there. Prince steps in, takes it away, gets knocked down. And Cunningham comes out of that one unscathed. No whistle. Prince still down. Clutching his left ankle. That's not good. Anytime he's down for more than a couple seconds, that could be trouble for the Vikings. Prince still gingerly walking back into the play as it is with his team along the back line. Contact by O'Toole. Sent Bouanga to the turf. Great crowd here this afternoon for the soccer game to see the first place Vikings. Next Saturday will be Senior Day. A noon kickoff. Diaz passes Zuleta. Back out, Cunningham steps in front of Downer. Matt Correa telling his players to get into the passing lanes. Off of Downer, out of bounds.
Switch it. Switch it. Nice.
You can probably hear one of the Vikings faithful yelling to switch the field. That's what they do. But Torres taken down. Just lost his footing around midfield. And the ball settles with DeMello. Blazers have time. Diaz plays it off his thigh. Good focus and patience by Diaz here, number 7. Also had a pretty impressive half. Almost scored, but 5 minutes in. Whalen heads it back to Cunningham. And Downer steps in and steals it. It's Downer. Gives it to Prince with space. Kendi shoots. off the side of the net. Blazers escape. The two freshmen looking to connect as they've done so many times this season. Prince might have waited a step too long, made the angle a little bit more difficult for himself than it needed to be. Thought he could have let it rip a step earlier. Cunningham sends it through the middle. O'Toole has it knocked away from behind at midfield. Some hand fighting there by Amaral. And Florent. I think they're all good. Foul goes against the Vikings, so here is the free kick for the Blazers. First one, deep, Diaz, skies with the ball's loose, and O'Toole almost scored an own goal. Not sure what he was doing, like maybe just trying to clear it out of bounds. Well, I guess it's not Aaron. I thought that was Aaron who turned and kicked it toward the end line. I'm happy that I'm wrong. MCLA clearly touched it last. Goal kick from Hansman. But MCLA has now almost scored twice. And they follow up the scoring chances for the Vikings quickly with their own. O'Toole taken down, going to be a throw-in. Good play and timing by Buanga. Played a little over 20 minutes. Scoreless, but not without attempts from both teams. Zuleta, a great ball. What perfect English and spin on that to lead Diocleciano. But his play, not a great one. It goes out of bounds. I think he was looking across for Prince and just could not keep it in. Better idea. Love the initial pass from Zuleta to lead Damon upfield. Another Trailblazer goes down in front of their own bench. Another whistle against O'Toole. It was Buanga who ended up on his back. Over Zuleta's head. Florent trying to turn the corner. And Folletti steps in and then beats the ball to the sideline. Buanga pushes forward, stepping in to take the ball away. Keep it in the attacking zone. Diaz looks and then finds Zuleta. Downer closed in on quickly from behind by two Trailblazers. They'll play it back to Edge. He launches. Dive-in header. Bean steps in. Vikings need to be more aggressive to the ball. MCLA continues to make plays coming up from behind them. Whistle from on Torres? Oh man, not sure about that. Ref says he pushed with his forearm. I don't know. Either way, gonna be a free kick for MCLA, but a deep one. Coach Correa really unpleased. You might even be able to hear him saying it's a soft call and to let him play, and he saw it down on the other end. We'll see what the ref decides.
Switch it. Look at Aaron. There you go.
2-0 Tool. Vikings quickly back on the attack, trying to split defenders. Has it knocked away. Bean couldn't trap, but he got it back. They look for him again. Florence ball rolls all the way to the corner, and Amaral taken down on top of the flag post. Matters more is where the ball was, and it was already out of bounds off the long pass from Florent. O'Toole, he jumps out of the gym, folks, but missed that one. Pass to Downer. Wonga cuts off his rush. Lined back up at midfield. Played by the defense. D'Souza looking up. Spins one. Looking for Diocleciano. Off the head of DeMello. DeMello slides in there, makes a nice play. Amaral attacking. Whalen didn't get a good foot on it.
Go ahead, take a 2-on-1.
Torres. Zeleda gonna line one up from deep, and the ball just kept rising. We'll have a couple substitutions for the Trailblazers. Bean and Whalen will exit. Murchison replaces Bean. And the very tall freshman Richardson from Amherst looks to get under this one as he just enters the game. Skims off Zeleda's head instead. Now Richardson's on it, his first touch. DeMello will do the honors here. Need out of bounds. Kendi Prince along the back line with the defense. They're all right at midfield. Prince looking to sneak behind if the Vikings can win the ball and get it back upfield. As Torres gets thrown down, there are hands around his neck and head area from Diaz. And Prince having a little discussion with a couple of defenders, Jamina and Bwanga. telling him they knew his plan. Should gave him a high five. No, good sportsmanship so far from these two teams. It's a 0-0 game. We'll see in the second half if it's still tight. If that sportsmanship wanes a bit. We've had a great first half. It's gone by quick. We've played about 30 minutes.
Run that. Give it to him. There you go.
We're in the 30th.
That's it. Good job, Fab. Good run, D.
Hard ricochet out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Vikings, but the ref holds things up for a sub. Diosa's going to come on. Give Aaron O'Toole a breather. O'Toole's run hard this half. Diosa immediately chests one back to where it came from, the inlet pass. Back to Folletti, that over to Senra. Prince tried to flip it off his heel for Dillon. Didn't work out as planned, and back come the Trailblazers. Florent overran it. Amaral might have got a foot in there. Hustling back. The captain showing off why he is one with that type of hustle. Blazers ball. Seven seniors on the roster for the Vikings, all to be honored next weekend. All four captains, Rodriguez, Diocleciano, D'Souza, Amaral, got Torres, Folletti, and Pham. The roster will look different next year. That's not a great decision, I don't believe, by the Trailblazers. I think that would have ended up in a corner kick had Florent let it go. Not exactly sure who played the ball before him. However, with the roster switching over next year, a lot of soccer left this year to be played, but looks like a strong Vikings team moving forward, led by Prince and Downer.
Look at it, George. That's a good run, D.
Here's Prince. Diosa on his right. Looks to take it himself, got by the defender. He shoots, save made! Wow, what a move. Got around Jamina, turned him around. Could not beat Edge. I think that's Prince's third shot. It's the fourth shot on net by the Vikings. It's considered that MCLA had 0 shots on goal, even though the 2 that were close, just because the Huntsmen didn't have to make a play on them. Just they have the 2 shots, just not on goal. Four for 4 on saves is Sam Edge. Pushed up for Diosa, and a big-time slide by Cunningham. Downer will take the throw in. An absolutely beautiful day. Blazers make another substitution. Call comes in. Diaz will take a break. Impressive first half from Diaz. Sophomore from Shrewsbury.
Nice, good job.
Here's D'Souza. Trying to break into the box. Amaral launches one. MCLA in 4th place in the conference. Downer, his entry is denied.
Switch it! Come on, Dylan!
Ball scoots by him this time. Prince will play it, but it's out of bounds.
Put the ball across, Dylan!
MCLA, I believe, should be safe to get into the tournament at the end of the year. They're in a 3-way tie at 2-3 with Mass Maritime and Worcester State. And then Westfield State and Fitchburg are both 1-4. So MCLA drops 2 in a row here to end the year. They might fall out of it. Let's see where it all ends up when it's said and done. Vikings sitting pretty in first place. What a great ball. Jamina up to head it out. Edge would have been forced to make a save had the ball got over Jamina's head. A pretty ball by Amaral. He sends it towards the sideline again. Wow, what power off the right foot from Lucas. And unbelievable placement. Downer landed right at his feet.
Dylan, hit the ball!
Diosa. Back to Melly, who just checked in. Diosa. Pass middle, Torres got free, shoots just wide. Great connection between Diosa and Torres. Torres, what a move to put the ball on his left foot. Spun away from the defense, and he just missed. So Torres will sit for most likely the rest of the half after that shot attempt. He's replaced by Steve Lopez. And you can see all the players have their hands up about their foreheads. The sun directly towards midfield at kind of an angle off the corner of the field here as it moves through the sky. Vikings will have the sun to their backs in the second half, which should be a nice advantage.
Have a cross, White.
It'll be the Blazers that'll have to fight through the shadows.
Hit the ball, Dave.
D'Souza. Good move, leaves it for Amaral. Left-footed pass. Kind of an awkward one. Deflects off Prince with Lopez. MCLA doesn't seem as strong with some of the reserves in there now. A little shaky. Unable to clear the zone. Here's Prince. And it ends up out of bounds. Goal kick for Edge. And the Blazers can exhale. 6.5 minutes left here in the first 45. We're scoreless. What an awesome first half. Extremely competitive. The Blazers are going to make a few more subs. This will be Ethan Smith running our way, relieving Florent of his duties over here. And a couple other guys came in. Try to let you know who they are as we go. Here's one of them, Paulo Kera. Kera and Amaral, a couple number 8s, mixing it up.
Switch it!
Lopez looking for Prince. Prince pressured quickly. Launched upfield. And a couple of number 3s exchange passes. Cotting. And then trapped by Melly.
Take it with you.
Near side. Diosa. Defended by Kera. With D'Souza. Clock ticks down. 5 minutes exactly left. Long crossing pass is out of play.
Win there, Lucas. Nice, Lucas.
Amaral, the initial touch in midfield. He plays it there as well. Cotton misses that one, deflects off of Amaral, who came charging in hard. That was the first error by Cotton so far this afternoon. Luckily, it did not cost him or his team anything right there. Edge puts it towards midfield. Bounces over Kera's foot. D'Souza. Folletti plays it back to Hansman. That's basically the first time Hansman's really had to be involved in live play. Luckily, focused, paying attention, and ready for that pass. Smith to Kera. Last second.
Switch it!
Jamino able to get
Switch!
the pass away.
Man on. Come on, better.
Rousseau goes down. D'Souza knocks him to the turf with their feet tangled up.
Hold 18, hold 18.
It'll be Kera who will take it. Thought maybe they'd give Cotton the honors. It's Kera, little chip into the box, chested Hansman's way, off of Jamina, and Hansman makes the save.
Give up the ball.
Lopez looking for Prince. Prince so fast. Got beyond Buwanga in just a couple of strides. That's the first official save that Hansman has had to make. Jamina credited with the shot on goal. 1:45 left. Trailblazers throw in from that deep corner. Come out of the shadows to throw it. Long throw upfield, played by the Vikings. D'Souza with space, he shoots much too far. The midfielders for the Vikings just putting too much power on their shot attempts here in the first half. Looks like the way you're going to beat edge is on the ground. We only have 30 seconds left here in the first half as Diosa takes it away. A no-look pass to D'Souza. He's taken down. He kind of crumbled to the turf. And they're going to stop the clock. We got to get things under control here. See D'Souza pushing Carroll a little bit. Diocleciano lets it fly. Far post. 10 seconds left.
8,
Ball's loose.
7, 6.
Shot
5,
on edge
4,
off the head
3,
of Lopez.
2, 1.
Rebound shot deflects out of bounds off of DeMello. And wow, a frantic end to the first half. Edge forced to make one more save in the final seconds there. But we go to the half scoreless. What an exciting first 45 minutes. Hope you'll join us for the second half. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to find out the outcome of this one. MCLA putting the pressure on the first place Vikings. Hope you'll join us.
I got walked out. They were like, I have my password. I gave them all my security code.
I remember like, okay, walking away with my I was like, you guys suck.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jess Burton. The teams are about to take the field for the second half here this afternoon in a scoreless game between the first place Vikings and the MCLA Trailblazers, who are hoping to hand the Vikings their first MASCAC loss here this afternoon. Spoil a nice day at home. Offensively, though, it has mostly been all Vikings, with MCLA registering just one official shot on goal towards the end of the half. It's 5 shots on goal for the Vikings. And 3 of the 5 coming from Kendi Prince. Kendi has almost scored a couple of times here on those shots, but Sam Edge has been outstanding in net for the Blazers, making 5 saves. Downer and Amaral, the 2 other shots on goal for the Vikings, as the teams will switch sides for the second half. MCLA will be going left to right, and Salem State right to left. And the shadows are creeping in from the corner. And this side of the field, actually a lot chillier in the shade. Sun about to drop behind the school here. Settling behind one of the trees for the moment. Should have a great second half here. We are underway. The Vikings have it. Dylan Senra up to Diosa, who had a nice first half. Came in late and almost set up Torres for a goal that he just missed. Now, it wasn't registered as a shot on net because it went wide of the net, but it was a great ball. Here's a chance for Diaz right off the bat. It's going to be called a handball. Handball called against Diaz. So Matt Huntsman will get us going. Good cross there by MCLA to try to set up Diaz. A lot of contact on both of those plays there. Luanga back on his feet. O'Toole runs over to the bench and is going to switch cleats. Getting his second cleat on as the ball rolls towards him. They didn't know he was there. Vikings bench screaming in the ear of Gabe DeMello over on the sidelines, trying to distract him. But DeMello did not know that O'Toole was standing over there fixing his cleats, switching his cleats, and O'Toole hopped back into play. That was almost like a player coming out of the penalty box in hockey, looking to steal that one away. Up to Bean. It's Cola Bean, number 11. Again, best name out there today, for sure. And I would think that they would leave him in longer here in the second half. He didn't play a lot in that second part of the first half. And the offense for MCLA definitely slowed down, as he is a presence physically and talent-wise. Leads the Trailblazers in scoring. Diosa flips through to O'Toole. Not a very clean trap. He and Rousseau run into each other. And 2.5 minutes in. No shot from either side. Diaz goes down, and they'll continue to play. Zuleta with Diosa. A lot of green in front of him. MCLA closing in, and the pass just out of the reach of Aaron. Near sideline. Senra and Florent run into each other. Senra does a nice job cutting in front of Florent, letting that ball roll out. Here's Zuleta. Shot this time, he keeps it on the ground. Skied one earlier. Tried what I thought they might here, which is beat edge with the ball on the ground. But George didn't get a lot on that. Played right back to him. Looking for Torres. I feel like Torres is going to score today. He's the one that's been really kind of pestering the defense and seems to maybe get lost a little bit too. Their focus on Prince and O'Toole. We'll see if Torres can sneak by. Up to Diaz. Defended by Diocleciano. Forces the ball out of bounds. Delay, but finally the throw in. Oh, here's Bean. He's on it. Flips it. Just going to roll towards the end line, and it does get out of bounds. Huntsman have a goal kick. '15th game of the season for the Vikings, and Matt Huntsman drawing his 10th start. Leith Khan has drawn a few starts. Adel Barragan has got some playing time. But it's Huntsman who has been the strongest of the keepers. Jake Howard also on the roster as a keeper. We've seen him in minimal action as well this year. Zuleta did not want any help up from the MCL players, as this shot is behind the net. I figured the sportsmanship would eventually wear off here in a 0-0 game, and it didn't take long. I don't think the Vikings would assume this, but maybe thought coming into the game they'd have a little bit of an easier time here against the Trailblazers. Not sure if the record of MCLA really displays their talent level, because these two teams seem pretty evenly matched. Don't know too much about the Trailblazers season as a whole, but maybe have caught some bad breaks along the way. Tends to happen in this sport, as Downer is bumped from behind, as it's taken away by Florent, and Downer right back in there. Deflects off of the Vikings player. Will be a throw-in attempt. Luanga triggers it. That's a good long throw right in front of the camera. Pass up ahead. Florent leaves it. Rousseau led him nicely across the box, and Amaral's there. Lucky that was a Viking. Lead from Amaral. Looking for Diocleciano. I think I finally, at the end of the season here, with one game left, have a grasp on who is Lucas Amaral and who's Damon Diocleciano, with the 8 and the 6 on the jersey looking exactly the same, especially on that side of the field. Got the same haircut, a little bit close to the same facial hair. You might as well be family members. But they are, in a sense here, Vikings family members, both captains in their senior season. Easiest way to tell them apart, Lucas has the bright green cleats as Prince breaks free. Made a defender fall down. Keeps it. Leaves it for Diosa. It beat Edge. But it was Buanga who made the save. Buanga pushes it towards midfield. Senra's able to keep it in. Wow, they had Edge beat. That was a goal. Up to Amaral. He shoots. And I don't have it right as Diocleciano on the board. I mix them up when it counts the most. Damon knocks it home. Vikings lead it 1-0. After an unbelievable effort by Buanga to save the shot from Diosa. Ball ends up back on the far side with Diocleciano, and he finishes. Buanga extremely frustrated after he made such a great effort and play, hanging in there behind Edge, frustrated with his team.
Vikings goal scored by number 6, Damon Diocleciano, assisted by number 8, Lucas Amaral.
Amaral with the assist to Diocleciano. So the two hook up for this goal. Hansman out to grab it on the long throw-in. MCLA returns on the attack right away. We saw that in the first half too. The teams would exchange chances in a matter of seconds. Downer's foot lands with Prince, trapped nicely, leaves it for Diosa. Waits for it. Pressured by Buanga. And Buanga gets a foot in there. Wow, the ball took a weird spin, bounced back behind them. And Diosa and Buanga collide. Both 15s hit the turf. Yellow card for Buanga. So now he and Cunningham both have one. Cunningham drawing his in the first half. Chance for the Vikings to tack on another one. Senra and Amaral. Lucas spins it. And Edge makes the save. Wow, what a shot. A rocket with perfect spin. So off of Edge's hands, up over the net, out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick from the far side. Senra yells out, go. They do. Edge punches it up and headed out by Jamina, and he takes two players down with him. His own teammate, Cotton and D'Souza. Ref's going to stop the clock. I was wondering where the flag post went down here. There it is. So it's stopped at 34-26. Vikings have tacked on a goal here, lead it 1-0. Looking for more. Amaral headed, then thighed. Zuleta somehow got his foot on that around the body of Whalen. Back with the Trailblazers. Torres, a lot of pressure on DeMello's back, forces DeMello into a bad pass. Amaral up to Downer. Gets into some space. I think he wanted Prince. Finds Torres. He shoots, deflects twice. Turned back out by Jamina. Diocleciano steps up. Touch pass back to him from Torres. Kept in somehow by D'Souza. With Torres. Gets behind Senra. Florent plays it. Oh, and blasts it off Senra's face. Dillon just wears it. Now checks his nose. I think Dillon might be bleeding. We'll see. Play continues. Diosa putting the moves on, leaves it for Prince. Prince switches feet, shoots, saved by Edge. That must have hit Senra square in the nose. I thought it hit him on the side of the face, but it looks like he might have caught it on the bridge and in the forehead. He's gonna hang in there. One of the Vikings falls down, opens things up for the Blazers, but D'Souza steps in. Here's a shot from deep, and it's wide of the net, off the foot of Cunningham. Trailblazers make a change. They bring in Francis Matonga, a freshman from Maine, Westbrook, Maine, to relieve DeMello of his duties along the defensive line. Torres takes it away. Switches feet. It rolls to Edge. Throws it out. And that went between the legs of Florent. So Dylan Senra will exit. Have a few minutes to regroup after taking that ball off the face. He'll get back in there, certain. But for right now, it's James Melly. Throws into Downer, bounces over his head, or by him, and it goes out of bounds. Shadows continue to creep onto the field. Vikings still in the sunshine for now. Diaz flips it up for Bean. It's a foot race between Bean and Folletti. Bean turns, plays it back without really looking for a target, and Torres is there. Melly gets shoved from behind. Absolutely going to be a free kick. There's no play on the ball there. I can't believe that's not a card. Amaral quickly starts it back to him. Looking through, looking Torres's way. I'm not sure if it was him who headed it or the MCLA player, but it took one hop into the arms of Edge. I'm also not sure which dad over here, maybe Dylan Senra's dad, but he's awesome. He's always, coaching from this side of the field, a little bit extra, and tons of encouragement. And he's very informative, actually. I'm learning a lot. He does seem to have an impact on the guys' play. They do listen to him, and he's got a booming voice.
Don't drop, Lucas. Don't drop. Keep the pressure on.
Dropped in. There's a lot of bodies over there, congested. Zuleta makes a nice play. Might be able to hear that extra coaching down here, yelling switch it, and the Vikings, I agree, should switch the field here. Not a lot going on over there. A lot of bodies, not a lot of room, and they turn it over. Zuleta puts a foot on it.
Stay up, Ryan. Stay up.
We're in the 18th minute of the half. I'll leave everybody else to do the math for a minute. Put through to Bean, and it's out of bounds. Huntsman lets it go smartly. We've had two really good games here this afternoon. First game we started out with was a field hockey game.
Go a little bit to the middle. Go a little bit to the middle.
The Vikings victorious over the Colonials of Western Connecticut State, 1-0. One of the more exciting 1-0 field hockey games that I've seen. And it was great for the Vikings to come out with a win. And the women's soccer program picked up a very, very big win against MCLA's women's team at their place, 1-0 in overtime. MCLA winless in the girls' sport. That would have been a costly loss for the Vikings as they try to keep position in the standings and in good position once the tournament starts. And here we are, Vikings lead it 1-0. Looking for a clean sweep. Vikings victories on this Saturday afternoon. See if they can go 3 for 3. A great ball here from Amaral. Back through the box. Now to the other side. Diosa mixing it up. Too much from Diosa as he and Buanga battled it out. Jamina, senior from Lowell, restarts things. Florent sends one through the box. No one home for MCLA. With Cunningham. Near side, Buanga. A little space. Rousseau trying to control, can't. Sent out by Amaral. Senra and O'Toole will come back in. Zuleta and Downer are off. So it's Folletti, Melli, and Senra defensively. Feliciano. Like they're playing more of a 3-3-4 are the Vikings. Amaral hanging around midfield above the defense, not necessarily with the midfielders. He moves up now. This ball is going to get by Senra in really good placement and elevated and launched off the foot of Florent. Shadows push towards midfield, and it's getting cold here. Colder. Now that the sun is hitting a little bit. And you can see the shadows having an effect facing that direction as all the guys put their hands up to see the ball. Again, this is beneficial to the Vikings as the goalie Edge, you probably can't see him on camera now as the huddle cam follows the ball, but Edge is standing down there with his hand above his eyes trying to block the sun. That'll make shots on net on that end difficult to save, especially if they're rising. Hansman has it, the shadow all around him, and probably a pretty good sight line as well. Not interfered with. Back to live action. And they'll do it again. They let it roll through. Looked like an indecisive play there by the MCLA player. That was Mantoga, not sure if he knew he wanted to shoot or pass or dribble there, and just kind of ran into the ball. Vikings possess it coming back upfield. Prince and Kara meet. Kara with the stronger foot. Melly sends it in the air downfield and it'll bounce out of bounds. Play it back. This one's not going to make it all the way to midfield. Senra on the back of Call pushes the ball forward. And Senra's tackled. It's a late tackle. Got a lot of Dylan on that one. You can see him pound the turf, unhappy. Buanga's definitely an aggressive player. But smart, you can tell. Maybe not. I spoke too soon. Guess he commits another foul there. And passionate is definitely a way to put his play. I was tracking the ball, so didn't exactly see what happened. Not going to talk too much about it, so we'll see what the Vikings have here. Really good ball again by Amaral. Man, he's talented off free kicks. Push Prince towards the sideline. That's what MCLA wants to do. Get him going away from the goal at all costs. Frustration setting in here for MCLA, and for no reason really. Teammates throwing their hands up at one another. not connecting on passes or on just thoughts in general here on what to do. Vikings continue to attack. And Prince, calm, cool, and collected as usual. Finds Amaral. Left foot from Lucas. Rolls into Edge's arms. We're under 20 minutes left. Under 19, actually. Push towards the sideline. Florent steps in, launches it. One hopper, Huntsman out to get it and lays an elbow into West Call. Call running hard at the ball. Huntsman waited and waited. Able to make the save. Dangerous play. Prince and Jamina on the doorstep. Edge came out. Ball deflected, still able to make the play. So once again, the teams, one comes down, has a shot attempt or something close, the other one right away returns the favor. Here's Rousseau, he's wide open. He shoots Senra in there off his body. And Prince, knowing he was offsides, let the ball get by him. You could hear Matt Correa say, come on, Kendi. Wants a little bit more effort to get back onside. "11 shots on goal for the Vikings to just 1 for MCLA here this afternoon. 21 shots in general to just 5. They've forced Sam Edge in his 11th start of the season to make double-digit saves here this afternoon. He has 10 of 11 safely. One hopper to Huntsman. Drops down with D'Souza on the logo. Now with Diosa. O'Toole trying to turn the corner, got to the end line, and it deflects off of Buanga, out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Vikings. What we have seen from the teams here this afternoon is pretty good discipline. There have been 0 offsides called, and that is rare in a soccer game. That also means, though, that the teams are making good passes, able to move up and down the field without having to really launch a pass. O'Toole up in the air. Collides with Jamina, who I think played it first. Prince sends it middle to Senra. He shoots, just misses. Across midfield with MCLA. He sends it where nobody is, though. Matanga. Nobody up there wearing a blue jersey. And Matanga and Richardson exchange a couple words. Teammates, but I don't think Richardson very happy with his buddy Francis right there. Here's a shot that deflects, and luckily Huntsman had stayed on his feet. Had he dove, thinking the trajectory of that ball was going to the outside post, that would have scored. 15 minutes left. And Bean is limping. As expected, played more this half, all of it. Down and goal, not going to take their best goal scorer out unless he's too hurt to continue. He is grimacing. You got to stay tough, though, stay in this game. Here's D'Souza, look at that. Fancy footwork, able to keep possession. And as it kicked away, West Call towed it out of bounds. And Amaral will have a corner kick. Lucas has been so good here this afternoon. Has an assist, looking for another, or maybe just to spin it home, bend it like Beckham did. Had good spin on it, and again, it's Jamina sacrificing himself. Don't see many sleeveless soccer players, but Jamina maybe trying to set a trend. The one sleeve. He's convinced me with his play. Zuleta plays it back. Folletti needed to switch the field. Decides not to, and to dribble by Bean, which is a tough ask and dangerous. But Pat played it safely upfield. Back to edge. Prince right on top of him. Kicks it towards the sideline. The Vikings keep it in the attacking zone. Torres so talented with his feet. With Folletti. O'Toole. Aaron has some space. Leaves it for Lucas. Centering pass. Off Jamina. Another corner. Going from the shadow in the corner into the sunlight. Up and off the head of Rousseau. MCLA making some very, very nice plays to defend these corners with their heads. Bean gets to the ball. Back to Call. Cunningham looks Bean's way. Off his thigh. And with Lucas, he'll play it back to his keeper. Huntsman, a floater long towards midfield. I was played off the shoulder intentionally by Diaz, and no whistle for a handball. Interesting play there. Yellow card called against Amaral. May have had some choice words for the official, as there was no physical play there. But I don't think he liked it. That was not a handball. And some passionate words from the defense for MCLA. Jamina and Buanga trying to get their team going, trying to light a fire. It's just a 1-0 game. Field hockey team won 1-0. Girls soccer team won 1-0. Will the men's soccer team win 1-0? We're going to find out. Final 10 minutes to play. Sent up to Prince. Flip to Downer. Now back with Torres. Has some time. Dribbles up quickly. Leaves for Kendi. Back to Torres. Pass middle to Kendi. Got past him. Downer shoots. Deflects back out to Zuleta. Senra with O'Toole. Hesitates, fakes, switches feet. Couldn't find Downer. Cunningham tripped up by Amaral. MCLA retains possession, and now they lose it off of call. Senra finds Zuleta on the throw-in. Rousseau wanted a call. Thought Zuleta was too physical. Senra puts it through Call's legs. Dillon gets it back. Knocked away by Richardson. Down with O'Toole. Again poked out by Call. Senra deflected out off Rousseau. The Vikings is going to continue to practice their throw-ins here. We're now under 8 minutes left. Just the 1-goal lead, clinging to it. Senra, a quick inlet pass from the wrong spot. It's not where that ball went out. I think he wanted more upfield, though. Oh, Prince steps in front of Richardson, unable to control. Zuleta, I think he got his foot stepped on. He's going to keep playing to O'Toole. Open space, sends it across the box. Torres, a step too late. Oh, a perfect pass. Just no one there. Torres was, but again, just a step too late. Ball had already crossed his path. That would have been the put-away goal for sure, with 6:45 left to play. And for sure, maybe not, but obviously extremely difficult to get 2 goals in that amount of time. Tonga gets a foot in there. He and O'Toole exchange words, but seem like they're all right. Back with Senra, and he clears it out to Zuleta. And they switch the field. It's the right idea. Gonna take some time and make MCLA move. Here's Torres. Breaks free with Prince. He shoots. Oh, deflects off the face of Jamina, but that might have saved the goal. Wow, the kid's tough. That really might have saved it. I don't think Edge was going to get there. Short inbounds pass off the corner. Zuleta looks to shoot it, and it's wide. Keeper will get the ball from the grounds crew there for Salem along the far sideline, so he doesn't have to go all the way to the softball field for the ball. He's still taking a lot of time, waiting for his team to push up field. Shadows all the way across midfield now with Torres. Battling in the corner with Cotton. keeps it in. Gets knocked down. Back with the Blazers. Cunningham upfield and over Diaz's head and out of bounds. Emerald's throw in. Downer bear hugged there by Jamina from behind. Cunningham trying to put a pass in space to lead Bean, and Folletti gets there. Off Diaz. Under 4 minutes left. Upfield, Amaral, a great lead pass for O'Toole. Richardson steps in to defend. Good ball across the box, but it's going to roll out of bounds. Again, no Vikings position there. Three minutes exactly. Vikings trying to remain perfect in conference. Looking to go 6-0. Can the Trailblazers change that? Here's a shot. Hansman, one hopper. Falls on it. And he'll take his time. Kola Bean with the shot. Both of these teams with impressive freshmen. Kola Bean leading the team in goals for the Blazers, and Kendi Prince leading the conference and maybe the world in goals for the Vikings. Downer challenged deep in the corner by Rousseau. Goal kick's the call. Fans right on top of the play don't like it. Under 2 minutes left. He's had a goal kick at 5, 4, 3 and 2 minutes. Really can't fault the effort by Sam Edge today. He's been great in net on the other side. Hansman has not been forced to make many saves. He's made everything that's come his way, though. Registered just 2 shots on goal for MCLA. Maybe more than a couple more than that, maybe. Not many, though. Cleared out. And it looks like we're going to get past the 1 minute mark without another goal kick. There's 1 minute left. With Bean and Rousseau. A lot of spin on that ball. I think it's going to help keep the ball in bounds, at least on that first bounce. And knocked out by the Vikings. They leave the ball. 40 seconds left. They leave it for Rousseau to throw it in. I'm not sure that's the smartest play. You got to get the ball back in play. Need a goal. And then he trips throwing it in. Not a great throw in right to the Vikings. 25 seconds left. They're 30 yards out and need a goal. Rip through the middle. Headed away. With Kendi. Gonna try to control.
10, 9,
10 seconds.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
DeMello
3,
through the box.
2,
Diaz
1.
And sent away by Folletti. That's the game. The Vikings win it 1-0. They join the field hockey team and the women's soccer team with 1-0 wins. Both programs beat MCLA in that fashion, and all the MCLA players dropped to the turf. not sure, but by these reactions by MCLA, don't think this game knocks them out of playoff contention, but maybe it does. They are heartbroken with this loss. Cunningham down on the turf for a long time. But good sportsmanship. Two of the Vikings over there to lift them up. And the teams will shake hands. Thanks for joining us today. We had a great game. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. The Vikings improved to 10-6. They get their double-digit win here today in 6-0 in conference. Sole possession of first place. MCLA drops to 4-9-1 and 2-4 in conference. Hopefully that's not it for their season. They showed a lot of strength and a lot of poise here today, hanging with the first place Vikings. So for all of us here at Salem State, again, thanks for being with us. I'm Jess Burton, and we will see you soon.
Every time, and it doesn't even make sense.
some pizza by the bus. I'm gonna grab a slice.